question 24 on the foundation and 6 on the higher. We've got this funny looking garden here. So we always have these funny mathematical gardeners. We've got A, B, C, D, that's a trapezium, and then we've got a semicircle, so half of a circle. He's going to cover his garden with stones. Each bag covers this much, the bags cross that, work it out. So our process is this. We are going to work out the area of each. Okay, so maybe area of the semicircle, area of the trapezium. Then I want the total area that needs covering. Then I can work out how many bags. And once I know how many bags, then I can work out the cost. So it's nice just when I get a bit caught up sometimes for a big 5 marker, going through all the steps, just have a little think first of all. Right, area of the semicircle. Area of a semicircle is half a circle. Again, your formula sheet, which we're given, it gives you our area of a circle. It's pi r squared. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. Because we've got a semicircle, we want to divide that by 2, because it's half a circle. This 6 meter line is the diameter. So if the diameter is 6 meters, the radius is from the center to rim. It's halfway, okay? So it's half the size, so it's 3. So I can do pi times 3 squared, and then it's just doing half of it. So you don't have to write it as a fraction like this if you don't wish to, but you're just dividing it by 2. So the pi button on this calculator is the yellow one down there. So we press shift and do that pi, times it by 3 squared. So you get 9 pi for the whole circle. If you divide by 2, we get that. Pressing that to decimal. Well, you might want to keep it like that actually, because if you change it to a decimal, it goes to this 14.137, and you know what accuracy, and your pen might run out mid-question. Okay, but the 6694. Okay, yeah, have a backup pen ready to go, or a pencil in this instance. That's the semicircle. Now the area of a trapezium is given on the formula sheet. Okay, it doesn't say what A and B is, but it says the area of a trapezium is half bracket A plus B times H. Okay, and actually it says up here A and B are the lengths of the parallel sides. Well, that's a parallel side, it's 6. That's a parallel side, it's 8.7. So I can use this formula. Okay, so I can run through this formula. The formula is half A plus B times H, and it says that A and B are the 2 parallel sides. I'm going to add them 2 together first of all. So it was 6 add 8.7. Half the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by H. And H is their perpendicular separation. Well, half the sum of the parallel sides times the distance between them. That's the way to calculate the area of a trapezium. And then we can get a calculator and do a half. Now, if you just do this bracket as they've done it, will your calculator cope? Let's find out. What am I doing here? Close that up and times by 4. If it says syntax error, you might have to just do times next to the half. That comes out as 29.4. Okay, the 2 areas added together, thinking about my space here. Now, I've got to add these 2 numbers. I've got that one there. It's easier if I add on this number here. So if I add on, and I can write that as a fraction, you see, that's easier. Press pi, and that's nice and easy. And I maintain my accuracy in the answer. So if they're added together, I get 43.53716, and that's the total area. So sometimes it's worth just navigating and signposting your route down. Right, that's the total area. Each bag of stones covers 11 meters squared. So I can take that 43.537 that's still on my calculator and divide it by the 11 to work out how many bags. So I can just press divide, it brings through that answer, divide by 11, and I need to buy 3.957 bags. Well, look, engage normal rate. You need 3 and almost 4 bags. This is then when we have to make that decision, and we're going to round up, always here, to say 5 bags are needed. And we're just going to have a tiny amount of stones left over. Each bag of stones costs £229. So we're going to do 4 times £229.25. Okay, so 4 times 229.25 comes out to be £917. Okay, and it does cost a bit of money to do a garden, okay, and cover it all with stones. So almost £1,000. Yeah, it is going to be a bit costly.